I'm on set with her. Oh, okay. I'm smiling at her. We on?
So what oh,
We on? Are we on? Hi,
yes.
hi. All right, y'all. It's been real today. Traffic is not our friend. So we're gonna try to share. So Ida, go ahead and
Yes,
take your time and
I'm gonna
share.
take my time.
So welcome to our show. Let's do this. Today's topic is hot. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's trying to think whether they should leave their job or at what's a good time frame that they should leave their job to become an entrepreneur. We're gonna dig deep into that. I have some questions for our host. I have some questions for the guests that are coming in, and then on top of that, authors, we didn't forget about you at all. So many people are writing books for various reasons, but some people are taking it in terms of a business aspect.
Exactly.
So that's going to be very, very interesting. So it's me and Ida on the set right now.
Hey.
Everybody else is coming on, but hey, we're going to do this.
Yeah,
we're going to rock this. So,
this.
Ida, tell them a little bit about you.
Okay, hey guys, my name is Ida Robinson, and I'm the founder of Mom Empowerment. I just recently released my book.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. Well, it's on pre-order right now, but it's Inspiring Young Moms, 9 Success Strategies for Young Moms with Big Dreams. I'm really excited about this book. This is something that has been in my belly for a long time. So I am one of those authors that will turn my book and treat my book as a business. So I'm glad that we're actually talking about that today, because I think that's very important for authors. But just a little bit about Mom Empowerment. I would like for you guys to go on the website, because you will be able to get to know a little bit more deep in detail about what Mom Empowerment is, because I know you hear me say founder of Mom Empowerment and you're wondering what is that, so if you go onto the website www.mom, the letter N, POWERMENT.com, you'll be able to know a little more about Mom Empowerment and how I support moms in business and how I support young moms as well. So that's just a little bit about myself, and I'm just ready to take it away with me and Ladrine today.
And definitely get the book. I already ordered mine. I already read the book. I already did my write-up about it, but it's serious, and we're going to have a topic about that. Like, I talk openly about I was a teen mom, but it changed my life. It put me on a path to make me want to do all the right things, because I wasn't just responsible for myself. But I'm Ladrine Peterson, the CEO and founder of Delivering on Ideas and Thoughts. Do it. So basically, in a nutshell, what I do, I turn dreamers into doers. Dreamers into doers. So we're going to stop playing about our dreams and just having them sit right there. We're actually going to do some stuff.
Birth them dreams.
Yes. So, Ida, let's go ahead and do a little pre-start about the topic.
Okay, let's get
So, entrepreneurship versus career. That's a serious topic.
And it's a good topic for the both of us, because both of us are entrepreneurs and we're also career professionals. So it's really a good topic for us to dive into and be able to, just talk more about that.
So take it forward. Let me ask you this. In terms of, because both of us work for the federal government. Yeah. We got them good government jobs.
Both of us
work for the federal government. So with that, there comes benefits.
Exactly.
And then there's also the passion part of it for your business and what you do.
And why you birth your business.
Yes.
And see, just like you said with the benefit part, for an example, like, I love my job. I am not that entrepreneur who feel like I am doing this to really get away from my job. Right. I enjoy my benefits. One of the reasons why I do mine, you want to know your why and why you start your business. And one of the reasons why I've started my business is because I don't want to work forever. And like Ludrine said, we are in the federal government, and the age limit is raising as we speak.
Yes.
So I am establishing something to put myself in a position so when I actually do retire, I can leave with those years but not with that age, because I position myself to be financially stable.
Right. So I I'm gonna be like straight up honest. Straight up honest. So this is my 27th year working in the federal government. Yeah, I started when I was 2. But this is my 27th year working in the federal government. And trust and believe, my work in the federal government has impacted so many around the world. Like, I traveled around the world. But the benefits to me in terms of growing me as a person and my give back to the public health has been phenomenal. But on top of that, like the things that I learned along the way, because I've been in human resources my entire career. I am an HR guru, and not being arrogant or anything, but I go in so many different forms, and can't nobody touch me.
Hey, that's your confidence
Can't nobody
level,
touch me in terms of HR. So when I look at how much money I could make from an outside standpoint, there's a substantial amount of money that I can make from the outside. We had training today. I was looking at the lady. I sat back in the room observing, and I was like, that $30,000 we just paid her, I could have had that.
Exactly.
But here's my thing. There's one thing in terms of the whole aspect of your passion and then the money thing. For Do It, it is not at all about the money. I do it out of my wholeheartedly passion. And if I didn't have my federal government job, I wouldn't move and operate the way that I do. My prices would be way, way, way high. They will be like seriously high, like almost doubled in a half or so.
I mean, but see, if you think about it, for those who know Ludrine's story, you started Do It as a nonprofit organization, so you knew once you got into that business or even just that arena that you were doing it to help people,
right?
And that's the biggest thing overall. But just to piggyback on what she was saying, far as she's so good in HR, if you know her story, she'll tell you how she was very intentional about getting where she is today. She read books, she took books home, she was on the train. She made it her business to perfect her craft.
Right.
So everybody does not do that. You know what I'm saying? So you have a one up. So I will hope, I know you saying that it's not about the money or whatever the case may be, but I will hope that is your...
So let me finish. Let me finish. So again, I'm openly about what my plans are. When I retire, I plan to open an HR consultant worldwide, internationally. I have gone to India, China. I know the operations of their HR system. So make no mistake about it. That is my plan. The thing for me, honestly, 27 years in, that's what makes it so hard. If I was 10 years, 12 years, or even something like along that, I would be out. I would be like totally out of it. But because of my individual packet, that's why when people ask the question, there is no magical number. There is no magical system. It's based on whatever you have, wherever your situation is. And my kids are grown. So my struggle was when my kids were young. My daughter and I were having this conversation the other day. My struggle and my piece of making sure my coins and my dollars and everything was safe and sound, that was when my girls were young.
Crossed that bridge.
I'm at a point where I can actually take risks and I can go all out, and my time is my time. I can fluctuate the way that I want to do. So everybody has a different formula and a different process in the way that it goes.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the benefits of the government, but also flipping it to entrepreneur side. Let's talk about the hurdles. It's cute. When you're an entrepreneur, CEO, founder, that's real cute. I remember when I first got my business card, I was like, look at that. So that's real cute and nice. But let's talk about the real seriousness of it. The hours. So it's not a 9 to 5 anymore.
It's not. I mean, you have to be completely disciplined when you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
Because when you have that 9 to 5, you have a time that you have to be to work. You know you got to be there from 9 to 5. If you're not that disciplined individual, you'll find yourself laying around not getting nothing done until about 2, 3 o'clock. And then, you just playing around. But like Ludrine said, because I know where she's going with this, it's long hours.
It's 25
until you get to that
right?
until you get to that place that you are making money while you sleep, or you've put yourself in a position where you have everything so automated and so structured that you can relax. But it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. It is long
and from
investments.
From a monetary standpoint, a lot of people do not set aside the money that's necessary to help you to even market your business.
Exactly.
So they go in with the whole idea of this is what I'm going to do, which is all fine and dandy. They move forward and they go into it. But then you don't have the money to invest in coaching. You don't have the money to invest in systems, and you don't have the money to invest in marketing. So guess what? You have a grand idea, and your idea is like, we have some powerful ideas. Your idea is powerful, but you did not fully think out the process from a business plan. So I always get on people about
but
that.
Hold up. This is a whole nother flip side of it, and this is a whole nother topic.
Okay.
How about when you do invest and don't do nothing with it? Or you invest way too soon. You don't even have, you're not even clear. And that was me. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't even completely clear on where I wanted to go in my business, but I was investing. So that is a big no. Please be clear about where you're trying to go in your business, what it is you're trying. Don't let all of the hype, don't let it get to you. Don't let everyone that's on social media with their videos give you all of the excitement, show you their PayPal blings and all of that, having you, purchase it. Because you just have to be ready. It's a mindset. It's bigger than just having the money to say, oh, I got that. I'm buying this product. I'm buying it. No, it's a mindset.
And Ramona said, starting a business is like having a baby emotionally and financially. Can I tell you that that's nothing far from the truth? That is like hitting it on the nail.
Amen.
When you talked about investments, when you first come out, you don't know what's going on. You're jumping around. You're buying this packet. You're buying this packet, and you're buying this packet.
At these events, everything sound good.
Right. And then you're getting mad at the coach. So let me tell you, it's a two-sided to that. Yes, there's some coaches out there that just have the label of coach. Do your homework, do your research before you invest your money. But when you do, you can't get mad at them. You can't
know
get
the
mad
time commitment that you have, because it's time consuming. Your coaches, a lot of people fail and they think that, oh, I pay for this coach and they're gonna walk like hold your hand and do no, they'll give you that blueprint, that map out, that they'll give you what they believe is best for you to move forward in your business, and it's up to you to take that action.
So our guests are here, so we're going to dive deeper into this thing, but we wanted to start off and kick off talking about our experiences, the issues that we go through. We're going to go into it to talk about you spending your own money and how people end up digging in their own pocket, and it ends up being bills against various things, and it doesn't quite work like that. So we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we're going to bring Lavita Levy. She is hilarious, but she's been in the game for some time. So we're going to bring her on. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to jump right back. So send your questions.
Yes, post your questions, post your comments, because this is a juicy topic. I'm sure all of you guys experienced it.
Yep. So this is really good.
I'm Asia Morgan, an intern at WBGR Network and a proud senior of Morgan State University. Here's a few pointers on campus and community safety. Use your eyes and stay alert. Studies show that looking a predator directly in their face causes them to be less likely to choose you as their victim, because you then have the means to easily identify them. Focus on your surroundings and not your phone. And never walk alone. Walk in pairs or in groups wherever you go, because we are stronger in numbers. If that's not possible, use safety services. Universities have escort services available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take advantage when leaving late night study sessions, parties, or anything else where you will be usually traveling alone. And when using riding services like Lyft or Uber, always check to see that you're getting into the right car. If you're traveling alone, be a backseat rider. Buckle up no matter what, and never forget to share the details of your trip with a friend or family member. Lastly, trust your instincts. If you feel like something is wrong, 9 times out of 10, it usually is. Don't ignore that feeling. This has been a message from the WBGR PSA Project.
Have no other than Labita. I call her partner. That's a whole long story. We can go in there and we can talk about that. But I'm gonna read some of her bio. She sent me a dissertation.
Don't be like that.
So yes, Labita Levy Whitfield. She's an award-winning, energetic, motivational speaker, author, media spokesperson, and certified life coach. Levy has the ability to bring life to the room with her witty and engaging personalities, and I have had the opportunity to witness that, so that is correct. She implements her core methodology of WOW, working on winning, WOW, that sets a conducive atmosphere for growth. Audiences are made to feel comfortable and move to a state of vulnerability, which evokes a shift in the atmosphere. People have been known to cry and laugh, all while making radical mindset adjustments. Levy is also known as the coach that will motivate you to life. The coach that will motivate you to life. Mm-hmm. Coach Labita Levy has been an entrepreneur for over 22 plus years. Yeah. So when I wrote about it, that's why I called her a veteran. And has been instrumental in changing thousands of lives. She has held the top positions in some of the fastest growing direct selling companies in the nation, earning 6 figures plus and doing what she loves, team marketing in the multi-level market industry. Coach Labita Levy is proof that hard work pays off. She has also worked with various leaders and their organizations in order to help them increase their success. Through her leadership and coaching, several businesses have been birthed and great futures ahead. Good girl. This collaborating coach attributes a lot of her training of cohesiveness and unity to her training in the military. Following orders and staying on the mission to achieve is essential in achieving your ultimate goal, and that is to win. Levy has taken professional MCing to another level, a whole nother level. You gotta put a whole nother in there. Put a whole nother in there. Her energy and sense of connection with her audience is unique. Her witty personality and sensitivity to the atmosphere is what keeps her audience on the edge of their seats. She is able to pull the best out of the speakers and the crowd with her power voice methods. So, welcome to the set.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
So we are so happy to have you here, and we're so super excited to have you here.
Yes.
The topic of our show, career versus entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. So you are fully on the entrepreneurship side.
Yes, ma'am.
Been in the game. Been doing this thing for 22 years.
Yeah, and I number 25.
Right.
And holding that line.
Right. And so in terms of that, that's where we want you to pull in. We want you to talk about that, what it's like, what it's been like, and also talk about your programs and talk about your book and other information as well.
Yes,
and then we have Sonia. Sonia is doing a 10-minute takeover, but we also gonna have her to talk. She's a newbie in the game. She just up and quit her job and said, "This is what I'm doing." So I want everybody to take a look at how everything is going. From you, the veteran, been in it for a game, you can definitely teach Sonia some things, and then we like here in the middle. We working, we straddling, but we try to do our thing. But yeah, so go ahead, take it away. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, first, you know, to be on this platform with such beautiful women, it's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much. 22 years in this game is for real a game. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you still win. You know, I don't count no losses. For real. 22 years, it's a career, and it's a decision that that you make, that no matter what, you're going to continue to win and work and make the thing happen. Even though IT is my background, working with my husband with our own IT business and still loving direct sales, working with people. People is the foundation of entrepreneurship for real. Yes. I mean, you can be a solopreneur, but for real, if you're going to go in entrepreneurship, you got to be prepared to work with people. The good, bad, the ugly, the folks, and, and I was laughing at this thing, especially when I met my new partner. We're going way back about a couple months. Way back. September. Yeah, way back. But, and then to get the invitation, I just love it, and you talk about entrepreneurship versus, traditional employee atmosphere. It's still the mindset of saying, no matter what, I'm going to continue to keep working. I'm going to keep doing this thing until I get tired. Yeah. Not retire until I get tired. Right. And, you look up, pretty much with your 9 to 5, you look up and you celebrate your 5-year anniversary. You look up, you celebrate your 10-year anniversary. You look up, I'm celebrating 22 plus years. I'm still lying saying I'm 25. I'm holding on to that thing. Right. And I was laughing. My oldest son he'll be 23 in March. And that's about when I started. The first time I started entrepreneurship, it's funny, y'all, make y'all laugh, is I started in Mary Kay. Okay. And I was a Marine. Y'all right? Yeah. I think anytime you're gonna start entrepreneurship, the first place a woman gonna start, she gonna start Mary Kay. I give much respect.
I started Avon.
Okay, that's right. Avon, yeah. And I was in the Marine Corps, and I was stationed in South Carolina, and I can't never forget this beautiful lady, chocolate skin. Oh my gosh, she came in, and I'm in uniform, and we only had 2 colors we can wear, the pink or red. Right. And this young lady, she came in and she introduced it to me, and the color was downtown brown. All y'all Mary Kay folks, y'all gonna enjoy this. So I thought everybody in America, at least in the Marine Corps, women could only wear this color, downtown brown. I was the #1 in sales in South Carolina with downtown brown, because that's the only thing I talked about. But that was the end of my career. That only lasted a few months. But I just knew at that point that being about people and their growth and entrepreneurship was something that I wanted to continue to do. And I just had to make up my mind that if I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I knew I had to incorporate people, the growth of them winning versus just the growth of me winning.
Right, okay.
And it had to be all about their win instead of just mine.
Okay, so in terms of making the decision, like you were in the military, what was and this is for you too as well, Sonia. Okay. But
hi everybody.
Hi. So I kind of talked about Sonia a little bit prior to her coming in, but we'll do justice with that in a moment. Okay. But for me, my question is, as full-time 100% entrepreneurs, when was it? What was that pivotal moment, or what was that tipping point that made you make the decision that this is what I'm going to do? I'm all in 100%.
I tell you what, it was when 100% all in is when I asked for time off, and it was denied. And I said, how could you deny me the time off after I've given so much time to you? Right. And it wasn't so much that I was booming so much in the direct selling business that I was doing, but it was just you deny me time off after I've given you so much of my time. Right. And then I started to find that, I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at helping people win. Even though, and I celebrated people in their small wins, great wins, even my win. And I said, I like this. And when my husband and I, we got together and we launched our IT business, and we said, wait a minute, we could really do this. And then he gave me that liberty to go ahead and be free and do me and work with people and work with the voice and help, believe it or not even understanding how that was about to take a life of its own. Right. And one thing just led to another. But when that man looked at me and said, no, I couldn't, and my mom was sick, and I was like, I said, you telling me I can't? Right. And I said, no. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's definitely,
and that was it.
That's definitely a tipping point. Yeah. That's definitely a tipping point. How about you, Sonia?
Well, for me, I would say just looking for my purpose in life. This was something that I had been praying about for at least, I would say, 3 years.
Okay.
So I would say God, what is my purpose in my life? And as I continue to go to different women's empowerments, I began to get bits and pieces of how do you find your purpose in life? So one is your purpose is in your passion.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Your purpose is also in your pain. So I knew that my passion was to keep teaching. And so when I was in pain at the same time because I was drained. I was drained emotionally, physically, and mentally. And so I cried out to God and I said, Lord, I can't do this anymore. I cried out in the classroom because that's where I was.
Yes.
And so here I'm giving my all, wanting to see my students succeed. And then I was getting, negative feedback from my administrator, like she wanted more. And I said, I'm giving my all. And I said, you know what? Because I had already been asking God, what is my purpose for that you have for me? I said, well, you know what? I'm done. I can't do the classroom anymore. I had the entrepreneur spirit in me as far as Mary Kay. I did that. And all of these things that I was doing, I opened my own child care. I was teaching menstrual health wellness. All of these things I was doing was because I was looking to figure out a way out completely so I can use that entrepreneurial spirit that God put in me. And so now, after 18 years in the classroom, I said, Lord, I want to keep teaching, but I'm done with the classroom.
Right.
So I pray, what is it that I can do that allows me to go beyond the classroom?
Yeah.
And then I knew that I wanted, like you said, help others. So I said, God, I want to impact my community.
Right.
And I did. And so that's how I found my way, just by being drained and said, enough is enough. I need to go.
Yeah.
So I can use these talents that he's given me.
So the thing is, like for Ida and I work for the federal government.
Okay, yeah.
And we also have businesses. So from the standpoint of what you heard from them, so my question for you, Ida, is have you ever had a period in time where you felt like you wanted to make that shift over to entrepreneurship 100%, but then something pulled you back because you're not there? So
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've never really had the situation where, like, I've never been denied leave, knock on wood, and I was gonna ask you that. I mean, I've never been in a situation where I felt that I was closed in. There was a situation where I felt that I needed to shift, but it wasn't really from working to entrepreneurship. It was from being a contractor to being an actual federal government employee when I lost health insurance for my kids. So, and I was like, hold up, something got, So that was the only time that I think I really ever had to make an intentional decision to do something different in my career. But as far as leaving, I'm not saying it will never happen.
Right.
I've never been in a situation where I felt like, you know what, I can't do it.
Right, yeah. And I say all the time, and I said a little bit earlier, I just don't see it for me because I'm 27 years in the federal government. So it's like, no way. But I did have like one moment where it actually was when President Trump got elected. And because I work very high in my organization, I work with the top officials. What happens is, and it's not just with this administration, but every administration, they bring in political. So the very high top people, they're moved out and a whole different set of people come in. So mind you, I've been in this game. I've done a lot of things. I pretty much have made a name for myself and my agency. When they came in, I pretty much didn't have anything to do. That's not me, and that's not the type of person that I am. So as it became, it was some other people who were there, and not to get into it because I still work there, but they started being a little disrespectful. Y'all know, my Southeast card was tucked in for a long time. That joint came out. It came out. Because one thing that I will not do, I will not be disrespected. Not be disrespected.
Well, you wouldn't have
I'm
lasted in the classroom.
grown just like you are, and so on and so forth.
I hear
But I say all that to say, the feeling that I felt like during that time, I was like, this is not doing. So I started looking at my numbers and started figuring out, doing does all right, but it does nothing like my job. And everybody be talking about, entrepreneurship, 6 figures. like we've been making six figures like the federal government. Most see everybody
but that's the key. You know, and thank you for your service as in federal government. You know, again, being an entrepreneur, stepping out, you have to make sure everything is covered. You know, for real. I get you, Mom. You know, when you talk about health insurance, you got the babies to fall back on. I thank God for my king, my boo. He said, "Look, I got this basis covered." So you got to make sure everything. Hey, you got to make sure everything is locked up because every day is not the celebration and the entrepreneurship. So to have the, you know, the job and that security and that piece that's lined up, that's a smart move. Because it's a smart move to have the job in position. That's your investment portfolio as you have your entrepreneurship, because even if you retire and you're not tired, you still have your entrepreneurship lined up. Still the same mindset. And my mama say, don't be no fool now. Don't be no, you know, be cool.
I done hit it. The important thing is make sure whatever job that you're in, that you like. I love my job.
Come on, baby.
Like, if y'all don't even understand yesterday, like yesterday was like a monumental day for me. I got to actually present in front of 40 biotech students who my job is to convince them to come on board. So what I do for Do It, that's what I do in my job. So when I get those opportunities, I be like in heaven. Like they wouldn't even go and take their break because they were so engaged in the question. That's my give back. That's my give back. So my job is like, like I get paid to do this.
See, and I'm not where you are with that. I'm not like, oh my God, I love what I do. But at the end of the day, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike what I do. My energy is not stripped away from me when I walk in my job. And the moment my energy is tested, then that's when I will make a decision. Come on in, Taylor. That's when I will make a decision to shift.
I don't know why. But yes.
Your energy is everything.
So it's all about like balancing it and trying to understand, because some people jump out there
and see, some people, they teeter-totter on their edge and they make that premature jump, and then when they make that premature jump, and then now it puts a bad taste in their mouth, and unfortunately, then they will make it hard for other people ready to make that move, because when that young sister or young brother want to go and consult somebody who made that premature jump, now they make it harder for them to make their decision. You have to be ready to make that jump when you planned it out and understand that this is a plan that you got to execute. You got to see this thing through. So don't make that premature jump because you're going by the testimony of somebody, say, Lavita, 22 years of entrepreneurship. You want to call me later, let me tell you the whole
let
truth.
Let me break it down to you.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth. The part that you didn't write about. You know, but understand that, you know, that it is a process. Just like how many years you say you got with it?
27.
27. Every day wasn't all a great day, and every day wasn't all a bad day. But it's your 27 years of your story. You know, and that's the understanding, you know. So everybody, before you go ahead and jump, I'm going full force. I'm going, Mom. I'm going to do it.
Have a plan.
Have a plan.
So I want to ask both of you ladies a question, because I think are you both of you guys in multi-level marketing or have been at one time?
Have been.
Okay. So how challenging was that when you're a full-time entrepreneur but you're in multi-level marketing? Because we know that sometimes it's looked at in a good, for somebody who have an entrepreneur spirit, they understand multi-level. I understand multi-level marketing. But you know, we have a lot of people that's out there that do not understand. Was that a challenge for you guys?
Well, I tell you what, if you're ever interested in starting your first level entrepreneurship, I say that's the first place you should start. Because that will teach you, first of all, teamwork. That will give you an umbrella. That will give you the core concept of the first level phase of entrepreneurship, but you're not completely by yourself before you just jump out solopreneur and say, I'm about to start my own line. I think that's the perfect way to start. You don't have to finish that way. Now, if you decide to stay in MLM or, you know, direct sales, this is what I'm telling you. I hope y'all listen to the words that are coming out my mouth. Understand the compensation, understand the business plan, understand how you can win for you and your team. When you understand that teamwork truly makes the dream work, you can soar as high as you can and understand when your season has ended. Understand, and okay, it's okay to say deuces, it's time to go, keep growing. Understand that. But I believe that anybody, especially young business-minded folks, don't be afraid to listen to that business opportunity that they invite you to, because it does teach you basic fundamentals of business, relationship, communication, leadership. I think is the best way to start. So many people are bad mouth. Don't do that. You should try. You should listen. You may sell lotions and potions, girdles and motions. There she go. I'll be on my best behavior part.
No, you do what you do. You do what you do. So, like for me, and I want everybody to think about this. In terms of your God-given talents, your God-given gifts, and all from that aspect of it, do you feel like what you're doing and wherever you are placed at, do you feel like that you are fulfilling your God-given assignment? We'll start with you and we'll come on around.
Okay. I do.
Okay.
When I share that I teach financial literacy and I help people, families and individuals understand the importance of making sure your financial house is in order, I also connect it to the scripture. Our people perish for lack of knowledge.
Come on, baby.
So I have been sharing that I truly believe that I am doing God's work. And so I'm using my gifts and talents to teach, to educate, to empower, and fulfill what God has purpose for me in my life. And so, that's my
Very
answer.
good.
That is good. And I feel the same way, only because I feel like the things that I teach and the things that I empower women to think about and young moms to think about is something that I've gone through, and I feel like God don't take you through nothing that He don't want you to be able to get through. Exactly. So that's why I feel so empowered to do this. It's been in my soul. It's been like knocking at me. So despite how comfortable and successful I may feel that I am, I still never stop pursuing that dream because I knew it was something that I needed to teach.
Come on, baby. Yeah. So yes, ma'am. To answer your question, after everything I've been through, my company is created to empower others, but first it starts with me. Being a coach, helping people launch their power voice, understand that you have a story behind your lungs. You have to speak up, speak out, and to be able to help that sister say, listen, go ahead, speak right now. Breathe, baby. Let it out. Let her know as soon as you start talking, as soon as you start breathing, you're going to live. And I feel that is what God has called me to be, because I've been to that place where I've been muted out. I've been to that place where financial distraught. I've donated houses back to society. That's just the way I make myself feel better. That's called foreclosure. That's right. I like donating. That's the uppity way of saying it.
I love it. That's a nugget.
That's the bougie way. But I do. I know that God has allowed me to survive through those storms. I can only coach somebody from from A to where I am today, and I'm using what God has given me to coach another sister through by giving her power, helping her. No, excuse me, not giving to her, helping her launch her power voice through programs and coaching.
I love it.
And so, for me, definitely, I know that I'm walking in my purpose.
Yes, I'm watching you too.
The way, thank you, and the way that my career and my business align with each other, I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing. I didn't know why I was getting my second master's degree. I really didn't. Girl. I knew the government was paying for it. But when I tell you in terms of my business and my career, how it lines up. But it's about that. I have a strategic skill set where I can take something that somebody else have and pull it and make it operate. But that's not even the major part of it. Yeah. That's the surface. But when you dig down into it, if I'm talking to somebody about a career, it might birth out their business. If I'm talking to somebody about a business, it might birth out something emotionally that they're going through and end up healing them from that standpoint. So when I tell you, I used to be an introvert, still sort of kind of am in a way.
I believe that.
I'm telling y'all. All y'all have known me less than 3 years. Ask people.
Yeah, Martina said it. So.
But in terms of it shifted me into being the extrovert. So now I openly talk to anybody that I come across. I can see somebody in a corner and they look like they're going through something. I would approach them, girl. Never before. I had that face like, don't say nothing to me, I won't say nothing to you. That's how I used to walk around. But when God like made a change, He had me on a focused area. I shot up in my position real fast. I got all the things that I needed to do, but I know that He did that for me. He favored me, so I can pour it out and give it back to everybody else.
He will. He will. In all the right ways. And for myself, I went through what I've been through, homelessness.
Come on, sis.
I've been hungry, been in the shelters, drug abuse. Not on my end, but both of my parents. And I thank God. I know for a fact God took me through all of that, and I couldn't understand why I was working in the Department of Human Services. I ended up in the crisis unit, working in the shelters along with my full-time federal government job. And so now today I see, you know what I'm saying, that, I'm here to motivate and empower women, to live their best life. You know what I'm saying? But for me, personally, to be authentic and to be real, I'm a little bit afraid of my gift.
Wow.
It's like,
because it's so
seriously.
powerful. It's so powerful.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me, because I got to know this.
I can look whatever's inside of me spiritually, number one. I can look. It's almost like I can read a person instantly. Instantly. So I, like Dreamer said, she'll come across somebody at one point where you wouldn't say anything.
Right.
It comes for me just like that, and I can look at a person and say, "Hey, so and so." I could tell you just about what you've been through without us even conversating. I could tell you just about what you need in your life. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sonya, we had some serious conversations. And that kind of scares me.
Excuse me, can you read me now?
I know.